Hey there, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Philosophies for Life, the podcast where we dive deep into ancient wisdom and modern insights to help you live a more fulfilling, meaningful life. I'm your host, and today I'm thrilled to share a story that's going to make you pause, quite literally, and reflect on the power of silence. We're talking about a talkative disciple whose journey from endless chatter to profound stillness teaches us something vital about self-mastery, inner peace, and the strength that comes from simply shutting up. So, grab a cozy spot, maybe a warm cup of tea, and let's dive into this transformative tale together. Now, imagine this, a young disciple in an ashram, bursting with words. This guy couldn't stop talking. Whether he was out begging for alms or sitting with his fellow disciples, he had a story for every occasion, a gossip for every ear, and a self-praise for every moment. He'd go on about how he came from a rich family, how he sacrificed a life of luxury to seek truth, and how his journey was the grandest of all. He saw himself as superior, always trying to prove he was the smartest, the most dedicated, but deep down, his endless chatter was a mask for something he hadn't yet faced, himself. One day, the master of the ashram called all the disciples together and challenged them to take a resolution for a month, something that would build their inner strength. While others chose resolutions suited to their abilities, our talkative friend wanted to stand out. He marched up to the master and demanded a grand resolution, something worthy of his so-called greatness. The master, with a knowing smile, gave him a deceptively simple task. Stay silent for 1 month, not a single word from your mouth. The disciple scoffed, thinking this was too easy, but oh, how wrong he was. Let's pause here and reflect on a powerful quote by the great philosopher Lao Tzu. Silence is a source of great strength. Isn't that profound? We often think strength comes from speaking up, from being heard, from asserting ourselves. But Lao Tzu reminds us that there's immense power in holding back, in listening, in being still. And this disciple was about to learn that the hard way. The first day of silence, easy. He felt like he'd nailed it. But by the second day, the weight of unspoken words started pressing down on him. By the third, he was restless. By the fourth, he was suffocating under the burden of his own thoughts. He wanted to gossip, to argue, to share his opinions, but he couldn't. He fell ill, his head pounding with the noise of his inner chatter. Desperate, he wrote to the master, begging to speak, confessing he felt like he was going crazy. The master's response was gentle, yet firm. Resolutions are meant to be broken, but only those who fulfill their vows grow in inner strength. If you can't handle this small resolve, how will you handle the rest of life? The choice is yours. That hit hard. The disciple retreated to his hut, wrestling with his mind. Halfway through the month, he confessed in writing that while he was silent outside, inside there was a storm of voices, complaints, questions, doubts. The master advised him to step away from the noise of others, to find solitude. So he ventured into the forest, hoping for peace. But the deeper he went, the louder his inner voices became, replaying old arguments, regrets, and self-justifications. Until slowly, something shifted. In the stillness of the forest, with no one to speak to, the voices began to fade. For the first time, he heard the wind, the birds, the stream, not just as background noise, but with full awareness. He found a silence within that no outer sound could disturb. Let's bring in another piece of wisdom here from the Zen master Shunryu Suzuki, who said in his book Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind, "When you do something, you should burn yourself completely like a good bonfire, leaving no trace of yourself." This idea of complete presence, of being fully in the moment without the clutter of ego or endless mental chatter, is what our disciple stumbled upon in the forest. His silence wasn't just about closing his mouth, it was about quieting his mind, burning away the need to prove himself, to compare, to speak for the sake of being heard. So what does this mean for us? Philosophically, this story touches on a universal truth. Much of our suffering comes from unnecessary speech. The master in the story points out that over half of our pain, whether in relationships, families, or even global conflicts, stems from words spoken without thought. We're so busy trying to be right, to be seen, to be validated, that we forget the beauty of listening, of being present. Spiritually, silence is a gateway to the inner world. It's in stillness that we connect with something deeper, whether you call it the soul, the divine, or simply your truest self. Emotionally, silence can heal. Think about those moments after an argument when you wished you just stayed quiet. Even financially, how many deals or opportunities have been lost because of impulsive words? Now, let's make this practical. How can we apply the lesson of this talkative disciple to our own lives? First, let's start small. Practice a moment of silence each day. Maybe it's 5 minutes in the morning where you sit without speaking, without scrolling, just breathing and observing your thoughts. Notice how hard it is at first. Your mind will scream for distraction, but over time, you'll find a calm that's addictive in the best way. Second, before speaking, ask yourself, is this necessary? Is it kind? Is it true? If it doesn't pass that filter, maybe it's better left unsaid. Third, in relationships, try listening more than speaking. Next time your partner or friend is upset, resist the urge to jump in with solutions or defenses. Just listen. You'll be amazed at how much closer that brings you. As we wrap up, let's remember the disciples returned to the ashram after months in the forest. He came back transformed, not the loud, boastful man he once was, but someone with a quiet peace in his eyes. When he spoke, every word was measured, sweet, intentional. He told the master, "I'm silent inside, even when I speak. Even in a crowd, I'm alone, at peace." The master affirmed, "Yes, you are still silent. Your resolution holds." What a powerful image. Being in the world, engaging with others, yet carrying an unshakable stillness within. Friends, let this story inspire you to seek your own silence, not just in your words, but in your mind, in your heart. Let's stop wasting energy on meaningless chatter and turn inward where true strength and peace reside. Reflect on this. Where in your life are you speaking too much? Where can you choose silence instead? Take that challenge, even if it's just for a day, and see how it feels. Thank you for joining me on Philosophies for Life. If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who might need a little quiet in their life. And until next time, stay present, stay aware, and remember, sometimes the loudest message is the one you don't say. See you soon.